Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0757 indicates that the Shift Solenoid Valve B is stuck in the on position in Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. This condition is serious as it directly affects the vehicle's ability to shift gears properly. When this code is triggered, the transmission default shifts to only the second or fourth gear due to a fail-safe mechanism to prevent further damage. The Powertrain Control Module, PCM, detects this issue and relays the information through onboard diagnostics, preventing the driver from accessing all the gears. A thorough understanding of the transmission system is necessary to diagnose and resolve this fault effectively. The problem may lead to poor driving experience and potential safety hazards while on the road, making timely diagnosis critical. In conclusion, DTC P0757 signifies a critical issue with the Shift Solenoid Valve B in Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017, which has a direct impact on transmission function. A methodical approach to diagnostics is essential to identify the root of the fault effectively. This includes checking fluid levels, evaluating solenoid performance, and understanding the behavior of pressure switches during operation. Implementing preventive maintenance strategies can help mitigate the onset of future issues, ensuring the durability and reliability of the transmission system. Addressing these faults promptly is not just about restoring function. It is also about enhancing safety and vehicle performance on the road. The Shift Solenoid Valve B is a critical component located within the transmission of the Honda Accord. Its primary role is to control the flow of automatic transmission fluid, ATF, to facilitate gear shifting. When the shift solenoid is functioning correctly, it allows the transmission to shift smoothly through various gears. However, if it becomes stuck in the on position, the transmission loses its ability to shift out of second or fourth gear, leading to limited driving capabilities. This condition not only puts a strain on the engine, but also stresses the entire transmission system. The failure of the solenoid can result in an unexpected driving experience, making it crucial to address this issue as soon as it is detected. The causes of DTC P0757 can widely vary, but common culprits include debris in the transmitted automatic transmission fluid, ATF, a faulty shift solenoid valve, or wiring issues that might lead to interruptions in the signal. Debris can cause blockages or interfere with the solenoid's operation, leading to faulty readings and wrong gear engagement. Additionally, if the shift solenoid is damaged, it can remain stuck, preventing the transmission from operating as intended. Wiring issues or poor connections may also result from wear and tear over time or exposure to elements, potentially causing intermittent signals, which may complicate diagnosis further. Comprehensive checks for all these issues are necessary to effectively address DTC P0757. The symptoms associated with DTC P0757 can significantly impact the vehicle's performance and safety. One primary symptom is the limitation of gear shifts, where the transmission may default to only second or fourth gear, impairing acceleration and overall drivability. Drivers may also experience slipping transmission, feeling the vehicle hesitate or change revs unexpectedly, which creates an unsettling driving experience. Additionally, unusual noises could indicate internal transmission issues, such as grinding or clunking, which may arise due to faulty internal components or low fluid levels. Identifying these symptoms early on can help prevent further damage and costly repairs. The first troubleshooting step for DTC P0757 involves checking the automatic transmission fluid ATF level, which is crucial for the transmission's proper functionality. Start by warming the engine to its normal operating temperature until the radiator fan activates. Then, ensure that the ATF is filled to the appropriate level and inspect for any visible leaks. This could be done by visually checking the undercarriage and the transmission pan area. The next part of this step is to drain the ATF through the strainer and inspect it for any metal debris or excessive clutch material. The presence of such debris indicates internal damage, which may necessitate a complete transmission replacement. If no debris is found, proceed to the next troubleshooting step. The second troubleshooting step requires verifying the problem under safe conditions. Raise the vehicle on a lift or use jack stands, ensuring it is securely supported. Make sure to block the rear wheels and allow the front tires to rotate freely. After safely lifting the vehicle, turn the ignition to the on mode without starting the engine. Using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear the DTC temporarily to observe if it returns after checking specific parameters. Start the engine and disable the Vehicle Stability Assist VSA by pressing the VSA off button. Shift into drive and let the transmission attempt to shift up to 6th gear while monitoring specific pressure switch parameters for irregularities, specifically focusing on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th pressure switch conditions during this test. For the third troubleshooting step, check the operation of the Shift Solenoid Valve B directly using the HDS. Navigate to the miscellaneous test menu and select the Shift Solenoid Valve for testing. At this juncture, you should listen for a clicking sound, which indicates that the valve is operating correctly. If a clicking sound is heard, the Shift Solenoid Valve is functioning as it should, thereby suggesting that the issue may lie elsewhere, potentially with the secondary valve body. However, if no sound is detected, this indicates a failure in the solenoid valve itself. In either case, if the solenoid is faulty, replace the secondary valve body to rectify the issue associated with DTC P0757. After completing the necessary repairs for DTC P0757, it is essential to conduct a final repair verification test. Initiate a test drive to ensure that the vehicle shifts through all gears smoothly without reverting to the fail-safe mode. During this process, monitor the vehicle's shift performance closely for any abnormal behaviors or delays in shifting. It's also prudent to use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, after the test drive to check for the reappearance of DTC P0757. If the code does not return and shifting is normal, this verifies the success of the repairs made. Document your findings as they can be useful for future reference, or in case further diagnostics are necessary. Preventive maintenance is crucial to avoid future issues related to DTC P0757 and ensure the longevity of the transmission system. Regular checks of the automatic transmission fluid, ATF levels, are necessary, as ensuring optimal fluid levels aids in the smooth operation of the shift solenoids and overall transmission. Alongside this, scheduled fluid changes should be adhered to as per the manufacturer guidelines to maintain fluid purity and function. Additionally, routine inspections of the debris filter will help to catch potential contaminants before they cause damage to the transmission components. Implementing these practices not only enhances performance, but can also save substantial repair costs in the long run. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!